What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's doing good, or at least hanging in there, doing the best you can. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It means so much to me. I got a bunch of other videos, over 130. But in this video, like you already read in the caption, murderer allegedly killed wife to cover up another murder. I hope this guy got the death penalty. Let's see how it goes.
I don't understand how anyone can take a mother away from their kids. Not once, but possibly twice.
Next, we go to Ann Arbor, Michigan, for the case against Gregory Agnew. The 51-year-old is charged with first-degree murder. Almost 2 years earlier, Agnew was in the midst of a rocky divorce from his wife of 4 years, Martha, when she was found strangled to death in her home. Police also discovered a blunt force injury to Martha's head, as well as heroin and fentanyl in her system. Agnew was living elsewhere at the time, but he still had a key to the house. Police believed Agnew killed his wife and injected her with drugs to make it look like an overdose. His alleged motive? Agnew wanted ownership of their house in the divorce. Among other evidence, investigators found Agnew...
I forget the number. It's 90 to like 94%. Anytime a wife is murdered, anytime a husband is murdered, it's usually the spouse that kills them or has them killed. And then it's like 4% is by like a family member or a friend, co-worker. So yeah, basically, I mean, that's why detectives always talk to the surviving spouse first. This guy, it's always about like life insurance money, or they don't want to get a divorce and have to split up things, you know, children, they want full custody, they don't want to share custody. It's stuff that's not worth effing killing for.
There's DNA on an oversized syringe in the room where Martha's body was found. With the evidence in hand, police charged Agnew with murder. At the trial, Agnew took the stand and did his best to convince the jury he was an innocent man.
Look at the jury. I want to ask you, did you have anything at all to do with the death of Martha?
No, I did not.
No further questions.
But during the state's cross-examination from prosecutor Andrew Childers, Agnew was less assertive in his responses.
See, that's the thing, you know, some defense attorneys, you know, they don't want their client going on the stand, because that means that the prosecution can also interrogate them, ask them questions. But in this case, the lawyers for this, he did it, come on. So yeah, you know, let's put you on a stand.
You walked out of that bedroom?
I don't think I went down.
You don't think you went down to the bedroom?
I don't think so.
You never looked in that bedroom?
I don't know.
You never looked at Martha laying in the bed dead?
I don't know.
He's just like looking straight ahead.
I thought you had a good memory of February 17th.
I don't recall.
The prosecution thoroughly questioned Agnew about Martha's death, but they also bring up a connection from his past. In 1993, his girlfriend Tammy Niver disappeared and is presumed dead. The then 25-year-old Agnew was never charged in the case, but is allegedly the last person to have seen Tammy alive. Turns out Martha and Tammy were close friends, but because of spousal privilege laws, Agnew never had to worry about Martha testifying against him. That is, unless the couple were divorced. Prosecutor Chill.
Is that one of the motives why he killed her? Well, if we get a divorce, because he probably told his wife, you know, like, I killed your friend, or maybe the wife sometime at some point asked him, said, did you do it? Did you kill my friend that you were dating? Or maybe he killed her and she knew about it, but he killed her to start dating her friend, and who became his wife, and he ended up killing. Because I don't like that whole wife, like spousal, you can't testify against your spouse. That is so effing stupid. Anyways, yeah, if they get a divorce, she can say, hey, I got information. He killed my friend. How long ago was it? 20, 25 years?
Childers brings all of these pieces together in his closing argument.
Once she's out of the picture, especially by accident, the house is his. Easy. No other plausible explanation. No one else wanted her dead. No one else would need it to appear to be an accident. No one else is worried about a 26-year-old cold case where the spouse, who's about to lose spousal privilege, could testify against.
After a trial lasting 2 weeks, attended by family members of both Martha and Tammy, the jury returned with a verdict.
Count number 1, open murder. Finally declared guilty.
At sentencing, Martha's loved ones deliver powerful impact statements, while Agnew sits just a few feet away.
Martha was a very vulnerable young mother, and somehow you wormed your way into.
How would you give an impact statement? Because I know I would go off. I don't even know if I would make it through, because I might attack. Even knowing that I could get tased and go to jail, I might try to get one good punch in on someone who killed one of my brothers, or just mom or dad or someone. But to their own, you know.
Her needy heart. You didn't care for her, and you surely didn't love her. Greg, you only used her to try and make yourself look innocent in Tammy's disappearance. Now, 26 years later, Tammy Niver is still missing, and my dear sister's ashes are buried with our parents.
Next, it's Agnew's daughter, Nicole, who tries to comprehend her father's actions.
I don't understand how anyone can take a mother away from their kids. Not once, but possibly
Dad's sitting
twice.
down, not that far away.
I'm disgusted. It hurts that you did these things and are sitting there with these secrets.
Just no remorse.
Where is Tammy, Dad?
Finally, it was up to Judge Darlene O'Brien to issue the sentence.
This is in Michigan, and I live in Michigan, and we don't have the death penalty. I'm a strong believer in the death penalty.
For count 1, first-degree premeditated murder, I am sentencing you to mandatory life incarceration without parole.
Has to be.
As Agnew begins his life sentence, police continue to investigate the disappearance of Tammy Niven. Thanks for being a fan of...
I mean, I'm just wondering, because Tammy, the woman who's been missing for 25 years, well, at the time of this episode or whatever, I don't know, maybe it's longer now, maybe it's like 30 years. Something. I wonder if the wife, I think the wife who he killed and was just found guilty of killing, I think she knew, but how long did she know? I don't think she had any part in it, but it's just kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say convenient, because that happens, you know. People, I'm from a small town, and there's a lot of people that end up getting married. They're married for years and everything. I'm 43. Who have, hooked up with friends, brothers or sisters. Must be a little awkward, like going to parties and stuff. Or maybe not. I mean, hey, sex is sex, whatever. But I just wonder in this case, how long did this victim, because she's been missing for 25, 30, she's dead. How long did this victim's friend, who was murdered herself, most likely by the same man, how many years does she know? I mean, did she ask before they started dating, or while they were dating, or the first year they were married, 5 years after they're married? Hey, did you kill... Oh, gosh. I forget her name. Did you kill her? And he probably was like, you promised not to say anything. I did. I'm sorry. I did. Or maybe he didn't show her any remorse. Maybe he was just like, yes, I did. I buried her here or whatever. I did this. But yeah, that whole spousal thing, you can't testify against your spouse. It's so stupid. I mean, why is it illegal? Why is it wrong? If it could help solve a murder, if the wife or the husband wants to testify saying, I know information, let him. Or force him to. But yeah, he probably was like, we get divorced, she's going to testify and tell that I murdered a friend. Peace, everyone.